Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. "40 years of scuba diving and the last sail of Rum Rations." Chef Michael came down to visit me aboard Rum Rations and helped me celebrate the 40-year anniversary of my open water dive certification. Little did I know at the time this would be the last sail of Rum Rations, at least the last sail with me. The forecast called for extremely light winds, and our plan was to anchor here in the Intercoastal Waterway in Fort Pierce, and then the next morning go out to the Atlantic for a nice day sail and return to the marina. Then the following day we'd drive south to the Florida Keys, where we'd stay at a hotel and spend a couple days diving in Islamorada to celebrate my dive anniversary, or dive-anniversary as I started to refer to it. As part of our provisions, I'd gotten some mahi-mahi from the fishermen across the road.
We're here on Rum Rations with Chef Michael. Chef Michael, any words of wisdom? Well, obviously you do know. Words of wisdom. Got nothing. All right. That's it. That's all of Chef Michael's wisdom in a bottle.
On this occasion, they got the forecast correct and the winds were extremely light, really too light to even sail. But we did go out into the Atlantic and we came across this huge pod of dolphins. It was spectacular, and they were moving very slowly and they seemed to be circling. And occasionally one would come out and slap its tail on the water. I don't know if they were circling fish or just playing, but it was incredibly exciting and a great way to spend the afternoon. As I mentioned earlier, this would be the last time that I would take Rum Rations out into the Atlantic. I'd been thinking about putting her up for sale, and I would eventually list her and sell her. But that's another story for another day. I guess sometimes life has a funny way of making things come full circle. And what I mean by that is Chef Michael was the first person to come visit me at Rum Rations. It took me longer to make this video than most, and I guess I spent a lot of time just thinking about how I would explain what I was thinking and how I was feeling during this trip. And it was quite significant to me. 40 years is a long time to do anything. I was trying to decide if I would tell the entire story or how to tell that story. I really was drawn to scuba diving very, very young. Grew up watching Jacques Cousteau and those videos, and I've mentioned that before, but I'd been to the beach and I'd seen the ocean in Florida, but I think I went to the Bahamas for the first time when I was about 12 years old, and that's what really sealed the deal for me. I'd never seen water like that. I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. Not the waters there are just so incredible. And when I came home, I knew I wanted to scuba dive more than anything. My mother, for better or worse, I guess for better, decided to indulge me. And she actually did the certification with me, and she was my dive buddy. And she's quick to remind me I was a horrible dive buddy, but I was about 13 years old and full of energy, and I didn't want to wait for anyone. Diving is definitely my happy place. It just clears my mind. I feel better for days after. I don't like when people video without asking, so I went in before this and asked folks in the Islamorada dive shop if I could walk through and just shoot a little video. They knew I was there celebrating my dive anniversary. If you get down to Islamorada, check out the Islamorada dive shop if you're anywhere near it in the Florida Keys. Great group of folks. I just really enjoy the people that work there. The service is 5-star all the way. The diving is really good. We'd end up spending 2 days here and doing 2 half days of dives, 4 dives altogether. And I don't know what it means. Maybe it means nothing, but all of the dive video was lost. The micro SD card had an error and was corrupt, and we had some great dives. It was spectacular. It was my dive anniversary. And maybe it just wasn't meant to be captured. It's something now that I'll only have in my memory, and maybe that's the way some things should be. Maybe we shouldn't record everything on video.
All right, there's Nate. All right, guys, I gotta get a little video of the crew. All right, good times. Good times. Thanks, guys. Right.
No dive video, but no regrets. It wasn't exactly how I had envisioned it, but nothing in life ever is, I guess. It was good times, maybe the best of times.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.